Yeah, it's black light. We out in this field, and take time out to make this the video about we still banging on the beast. How we need to get back to banging on the beast and not each other. Serious times, and it's a urgent. It's an urgent necessity that we start trying to take away the power of the beast. And all we got to do is remove ourselves, see. Because see, the beast is feeding off of us. We are its source of power. Everything this government does is about us. Otherwise, what's the use? Because these type of people that's in power, they're not satisfied with just, you know, maintaining their self-existence. They want to maintain you also, or either conquer you also. When I mean you, I mean the average black guy, black woman on the avenue. They feed off of us, and we think we are dependent on them, but they are really dependent on us because you don't need nothing that we don't need nothing that they have to offer. Everything comes naturally with the planet, with us. All this artificial intelligence, communication, technology, and transportation, and we had it already. It's been so far back that we done forgot, and we don't have nothing to remind us because they have it under their control. The artifacts, and they haven't deciphered uh, fully what's on the wall of the pyramids, any other findings that they may have in caves or whatever. They don't understand it. So they're guessing at a whole lot of it. And by us being so rebellious to one another, more so than to our enemy, we don't want to listen to nothing the elders say. Now, I was kind of different when I was coming up because I wanted to find out what was in my elders' head, and so I would talk to my grandmothers and my grandfathers, the elders of my family. There was only one elder, my uncle, who had the most knowledge because he was in the Nation of Islam back in the 40s. Somewhere around 40, or 40, you know, in the early 40s, mid 40s, he joined up with the Nation of Islam here in Detroit, Michigan. He moved from St. Louis, Missouri. Him and my mother and my grandmother moved from St. Louis, Missouri to Detroit, along with my uncle, uh, two other uncles I had. But they were already here. They moved. The two gangster uncles I had, they moved in the 30s, and the youngest brother, the one that's the FOI, moved later than them, but it was, I think, in the 40s where he joined up with the Nation of Islam, who was a fairly blooming new movement for the black man. And he sent overseas for his books. He used to tell me that when he went to the library, the FBI or somebody would follow him around and document every book that he took out the library. So he started sending overseas for books, science books, different books that were revealed to him by some source or somebody. And he had a collection in his basement that covered the whole basement. And one time his basement got flooded, you know, but lost a whole lot of books. But I got a few of them he had given me. But this argument that's going on the internet about the Nation of Islam, it don't make no sense. It's not valid. And if you don't, all you young ones, if y'all don't listen to y'all elders, even if your elder is a winehead or a dope fiend, ask him how it was when he got a clear head. Ask him how it was, how his life was, and tell him to go as far back as he can remember, so you could get a feel of the environment and hand that down to your children. See, that's how we used to do. We used to, a lot of our people didn't write nothing down. They made a ritual out of speaking the history, verbal history. They were walking books. So this is what we got to keep doing. Some of our ancestors, parents, grandparents, they knew how to preserve and can food. They knew what plants. They could go out in their backyard and get plants to heal themselves and plants to sustain themselves. This is what we need to know, just in case the crackers decides to cut off food supplies. My uncle and them used to know how to pure water. You know, used to know how to get fresh water. They know what a flint rock looks like, so you can start a fire. Just in case, you know, they want to cut you off from the food and whatever. So I'm out here messing with these cars, you know, and we'll talk some more in a minute. It's a black light.